All right, so there's plenty of methods for factoring. One of the methods is called grouping. So no matter what method I'm using for factoring, the first thing I want to check for is the GCF among all the terms. So this expression has 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. I have coefficients of 6, 3, 4, and 2. They're not all divisible by the same value except for 1. Not everything has an X, not everything has a Y, so there's no overall GCF. So I'm going to jump right into grouping. So how do I know that I can group, or that this expression is a candidate for grouping? What I'm looking for is an even amount of terms. This expression has 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, which is an even number. So it is a candidate for grouping. So when I'm grouping, I want to take the first half, so in this case the first 2 terms, and pull out the GCF of just these 2 terms. I see with their coefficients, they're both divisible by 3, and they both have an X. They don't both have a Y, so it's not going to be in the GCF. So the GCF of these 2 terms, the first half of the terms, is going to be 3X. And I'm going to factor the 3x out. So that leaves me with 2y minus 1. And now with the second half of the terms, I'm going to factor something out, but it needs to be whatever I need to factor out to make it look just like what I have here, the 2y minus 1. So looking at the second half of the terms, I see if I divide by a -2, or if I factor out a -2, that's going to leave me with a positive 2y minus 1, right? Negative 4y divided by -2 is going to give me a positive 2y, and a positive 2 divided by -2 is going to give me a -1. And now I'm going to pull out the overall GCF. So if you look, I took the 4 terms, and now I just have 1, 2 terms. And the GCF is what I have in the parentheses. So if I pull out the GCF, which is 2y minus 1, I'm left with 3x minus 2. And there we go. We factored by grouping.